Yeah, folks. I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm going to try something. Okay. I got this little gasifer stove, and it's got a cooking top on it. That's that part right there. And I've got this pie iron. I went to Ollie's a few days ago and they had Campbell's Chunky steak and potatoes stew. It's got a pop top on it. So I'm going to try taking a couple of these little tortillas. They're net zero on the carbs. And I'm going to add some of this steak and potato stew to it and make a little meat and potato pie. I left my spice blend. I'm going to get that. That won't support it. I've got to get that down. I'm preheating. It's not cooking anything right now. This is my spice blend. I use these little Nalgene bottles. I've got, I think, 3 of them. I put one with my truck cooking gear. One goes in my bag. I carry a man bag. It's where I keep my pliers at. Jewelry repair stuff. If you don't have them, they're worthwhile. And then I keep, usually there's 2 of these close to me. Sometimes one's in a little backpack, and sometimes one's in my trailer here. But I've got 3 of them total. And I can only tell you where 2 of them are right now. But it's the 2-ounce bottle, I think. That can't be 2 ounces. That's a 1-ounce bottle. Because a shot glass would fill that. So that must be 1 ounce. Anyway, it's got about 2 parts salt, maybe 3 parts salt, 1 part pepper, 1 part garlic powder, and 1 part onion powder. These are feeling pretty warm now. With this thing right here, I like using pellets. I've never burned regular firewood in it. It's the XL, the Mesa XL. The Mesa's too small, I didn't want it. This is the Mesa XL with the cooking ring off of I forget which. I forget which one of their products has the cooking ring on it. Campfire or something, I can't remember. They'll tell you. Got one of these here tortillas. Well, they're not quite big enough. Oh, and this is very runny. Mushrooms in it too. Seasoning it. And I know that these soups already have lots and lots and lots of sodium in them. I don't worry about that. I get plenty of sodium from other sources and I don't rely on the canned stuff. But I need lots of it. And so that's why I carry it with me. With this little stove, I use a can of vegetable can. I use that to measure the pellets. This doesn't fit very well. I've got a grill here I could put on it, but I'm not going to. One can will give you fire and then a very short, low burn time. 2 cans will give you a fairly nice fire, good half hour, 45 minutes, and then you've got a half an hour to an hour of slow burn time, where I'm sure there's a technical term for it, but it doesn't. You don't see the flame, but you still get a lot of heat off of it, and that's actually a nice cooking. 3 gives you about an hour of that low flame. If you put 4 cans in it, that'll take you right up close to the holes, and you don't want to get past the holes, and that'll give you a good solid 2 to 3 hours of simmer time. It works wonderfully. This isn't going to work. This is going to be a fail. The tortillas are just a little bit too small, and so it's not catching the corners, so it's not sealing it. And this steak and potato soup, it has way too much liquids in it. It's not a thick stew. So I'm going to have something hot to eat, but I don't think I can say much more than that. Tonight I'm at Tall Pines Campground, and it's in Branson, Missouri. Tomorrow I go to Shepherd of the Hills and set up for a craft show. And it won't be this site here, but then next month I will be here for the entire month. But I won't be at Shepherd of the Hills, I'll be at Silver Dollar City. This is okay. The pad is small. You would not be able to put a very big trailer in here. And it's not quite level. I had a plastic block with me, a plastic wedge. It came from Walmart, but it was a 2-part thing and 1 part shattered. I've got that under one side. That gets the truck up level enough that I'll be able to sleep. And the road's paved, but it's kind of broken up. The guy that checked me in was nice enough, and he came by shortly after to make sure I was settled, make sure I got parked all right. I guess that's why he drove by. I don't know why else he would. Okay, the soup is starting to boil, and it's boiling in the tortilla. You know, it smells pretty good. If you get one of these pliers, I don't know about the other brands. This is Rome, and you'll find out quickly that that's one of the main brands. But you can get a pie iron tool too. It's pretty quick. I wouldn't call this toasted, but it's hot through. And with a flour tortilla, that's pretty good. And I've seasoned these. I buttered them, but they're also seasoned. I cook almost exclusively with butter. I cook almost exclusively with cast iron. And I found that oiling cast iron with animal fat seems to work better than any other kind of oil. And butter is really handy. I keep this in my refrigerator. I'm going to put it back now because I don't want it to melt. I'm making 2 of these pies. That one needs to cool down a little bit. And this is plenty hot, but I didn't put a whole lot of pellets in there. I put 3. I put 2 or 3. I think I put 3 in there. And I didn't start cooking until it had burned down. This is Dehydration Special. It's something my daughter helped me come up with. It starts out pretty good, and then you just keep adding bubbly to it every now and then. Don't let it run out. Eventually it just turns to bubbly and nothing else. And so it helps you get rehydrated. But at the beginning of it, you think you get in something good. But I usually make 2 of them. And the bubbly tonight is mineral water, I think. With a little potato juice and the juice of half of a lime. Processed potato juice. The other evening I used this, and I put my stove down in the campfire ring. It was a different campsite. And then I set this, and it had the grill thing on it, and so I set this on top of the grill, and I could walk away from it, and it still cooked. That one's pretty beat up. I don't know how in the world somebody would bend it. Those are iron rods as big around as my finger. Unless they just put an excessive amount of heat in there and got it up to red. I guess that would work. I can't put this one down. I can't walk over there and eat. I'm already eating. Plus I've got messages. That would either be my wife or my daughter, one of the two. Or quite possibly both. My daughter will be here in 2 days. This is a quick trip for us. She's coming. For me, it's a week and 1 day round trip. For her, it's a 2-day round trip. I think she says it takes 10 hours for her to get here. It's starting to burn, and it's the tortilla around the outside of the pie iron. And that kind of smells good. I kind of like that. I wish I could start cooking that. I gotta try it. This one didn't stick together. I knew it wouldn't, because it didn't cover the entire thing. These little street taco size tortillas are too small for this pie iron. It makes me think of a beef pot pie, sort of. I prefer the chicken pot pies. When I was a kid, those were such a treat. There were kids in my school. They were older kids, but I went to a one-room schoolhouse when I was a kid. And there were about a dozen students. And the teacher, Miss Sawyer, she was my mother's teacher when my mother was a child. And this schoolhouse was very, very similar to what you would see on the old television program Little House on the Prairie. You wouldn't think I'm that old. I'm not. I'm not that old. But I guess I am, because I really did do that. 1st and 2nd grade. And after that we went to the big school. It was 2 rooms and had 2 teachers. I'm going to have to put this one down because this one's getting toasty. That's good, but I'm going to call it a fail. I'll call it a fail because the tortilla's not big enough. Anyway, bye-bye.